Let's start with the first, that is global markets. Now, last week was a very, I would say, a lackluster global market week, but it was divided in two parts. One was what happened to US markets. Very interesting week, by the way, for US because there were a lot of data points. There were bond yields, inflation number, retail inflation, whole there also is there a WPI. So both inflation numbers, job numbers, there was a lot of important data which would give the way forward to Fed. And all the data points came actually in favor of holding the rates for the time being. But Iran and US, the Middle East tensions, they continued. As a result, the markets could not rejoice or markets could not enjoy the real thing when it came to the data points. So as a result, Dow Jones closed week on week negative 0.5%. Nasdaq closed absolutely flat but positive 0.15. S&P gained 0.36. Now these gains, whatever marginal in Nasdaq and S&P, came because of the buying coming back in the chip stocks. And that was visible from the Asian markets, which are basically ruled by chip makers, Nikkei, Taiwan and Kospi. Kospi moved up by 12% week on week. So now it's very clear that Kospi officially is a semiconductor and chip market. Whenever chip makers, semiconductors move up, Kospi will start moving up. But good point here is that it is not ready to come down. Yes, we have all discussed from all-time highs correction, but our index had moved 80%, it came down 40%, now again week on week moving up by 12%, so you can see the strength. Nikkei, a stable market but up by 5%. Taiwan up by 4%. So the chip makers, Asian markets doing very well. Now crude dependent Asian markets, because what was happened that crude moved up because of this Middle East tensions again developing. And now crude is very clearly placed above 85. Yes, it touches 90. We see some profit taking, that is okay. But it is not coming below 85, that is for sure. So as a result, Hang Seng, which in between had shown a very good move, had very good 4 weeks, from last 2 weeks is coming down. And this week also down by 2%. China also absolutely flat, nothing happening there but in negative. And we also, which are so much dependent on crude for sentiment if nothing else, started to crumble under pressure and we closed minus 1%.